Hey everybody, Chris Americos here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get students using Facebook ads. A lot of people out there think that if they just throw some money into Facebook ads, they'll start getting students like crazy, and unfortunately it doesn't really work like that. There's a method to the madness, and there's a way that you have to go about it in order for you to be successful. To make matters worse, online there's a bunch of gurus trying to teach you that you can do this very easily and very simply, but usually you have to spend a lot of money to do that. So what I'm going to show you today is an example where I've only spent $68 and I've been able to get 8 students, each student costing me only $8.52. So I would say that that's pretty successful. So let's first of all talk about some of the general things that we need to know when we go into Facebook ads. One of the things that we need to know is we need to be able to track how the ad performs. That means that we need to have tracking set up on our website or wherever we're sending the leads that we get from the ads. If you don't know that people came from your ads, then you really don't know if the ads are working, so you don't know if you can scale them up. But that's why you need to set up tracking on your website first, and you need to set up audiences. Both of those things you can do right here inside of Facebook ads. In the events manager, you would want to set up your custom conversions, and in your audiences, you would want to set up custom audiences. And those things are going to basically relate to how people view your website. It's going to track their behavior on your website so that you can use that behavior to then target them later using your ads. So, it sounds kind of complicated, but I have a full walkthrough, a full training on Facebook ads for teachers and teaching businesses, as well as using Google ads and YouTube ads. And then, of course, Instagram ads is part of Facebook ads. So we go into the details of all of that in our program. We also have a free 7-day program that you can join over at our website. I'll put the link under this video, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about how you can use Facebook ads to get students. So you can see that I've only spent $68.19 so far, and I've reached 51,000 people. That we had 96,000 impressions, 1,000 link clicks, and then what you see here, this 5-day landing page, 5-day checkout, thank you 5, and all of these things with 5 in them. These are all part of what I call a pipeline. A pipeline is basically a system that you create that moves people through different pages of your website, or it doesn't have to be a website. You can do this without a website. You can have a teaching business and you can be really successful. You can get to $5,000 or even $10,000 per month as a teacher online without a website. Absolutely possible. So some of the people who have joined our program have actually been able to do that. They've been able to get clients without having any website at all. So what you need to do is you need to track the behavior, track what people do after they click the ad. And that's what all these numbers here show. So they show me what different people have done, and you can see that each of these steps, it's like another step in this pipeline. So it should become more and more expensive because as you move people through the pipeline, you're actually dropping people out of the pipeline. So when someone first clicks the ad, they might be really interested, but then they might see something on the page that makes them not interested. And that's not a bad thing, because part of successful marketing and advertising is eliminating people who should not be there. And so that's really good. But each step of your pipeline should become more and more expensive, and you can kind of see that trend here. And then over here we have the cost per purchase, and that's $8.52. for 8 students. So that means that 8 people paid, and it only cost me $8.52 per student. Now, the product that I'm selling costs $49.99, and it also has an optional $30 upsell, so it could be $79.99 that they pay me. And the $49.99 that they pay is part of a subscription plan, so that it's possible that they will stay a second month or a third month, and so that's another $49.99 each month. And our average student right now stays 2 or 3 months. So really what you can see here is you can see 8 people, and if we assume that they're going to stay at least 2 months, then that's going to be $100 per student, right? So that's $800 of potential income, and that's $400 of real income, and maybe some of them bought that $30 upsell. So for $8.52, I was able to generate $400 of revenue already, and on top of that, there's the potential for 400 and more. So you can see how profitable this can be, but it only works if you do it right. I see so many teachers out there just throw together a Facebook ad, drop a bunch of money into it, like $100 into it, and then be surprised why it didn't work. Well, probably you're not tracking it. Probably you don't have audiences set up. Probably you don't have custom conversions set up. Probably you haven't tested your text or your image or your video, whatever you're using. Probably you haven't tested your target audience group. Maybe you're not focused on a specific niche. These are all really important things, and they all come together in what's actually a really easy process to follow, but it looks really daunting if you've never done it before, or if you don't have someone to walk you through it who's done it a million times like I have, and like our team has. So what we do is we share information like this, and we screen share, and I open up my actual businesses that are performing right now and getting sales and making money. I open them up and I show people how they work. That's one of the programs that I have. So one of the programs I have is just where we get on calls. You can ask any questions that you want. There's usually less than 10 people on a call. And you can ask questions about your business, things that are important to you, things that you're struggling with. And in the last 9 months, we've done over $1 million. And that's really exciting. And that's a new goal that we've been able to reach. But that also shows you that we know what we're doing, and we can share that insight with you. We've done advertising on lots of different platforms. We know how it works. And as you can see, if you can spend $8.52 to get a student, and that student is going to pay you $100 or more, I'd say that that's pretty successful. So if you want to learn how to do that, we have a few options. The first option is our free 7-day program. Regardless of whatever option you choose, I suggest starting there because it's free. Then the next option is we have our live calls program, where every week on Sunday you can join the live call. You can ask questions, face to face. We'll speak, we'll see each other, hear each other. You can ask all the questions you want, and there's no time limit on these calls. We just keep going until the questions are finished. So it's really, really beneficial, and right now it's really cheap. We're only charging $97 per month to join that program. Now, on top of that, we also have another program, our full coaching program. It's called the Teaching Business Catalyst, and that's where we give you step-by-step instructions on how to set this up, how to set up all the ads, how to set up the business from the beginning to the end. And really there's no end, because we use what we call a cyclical business process, which means that as you grow and as you continue forward, you look back and you analyze what you've done, and then you make adjustments and corrections, and then you do it better the next time. And so it's just this cycle that you keep going through. So you're never really done with your business. And that's how it should be. Anybody who's putting a time limit on it, you should be suspicious of that, because if somebody's out there saying, oh, in 21 days you're going to get a client, or it's only going to take 2 months, or it's different for each person. And there's a process that you have to go through. And if you learn that process, you can actually use that process to start multiple businesses and grow them to very large amounts. And I know that because I've done it personally. And I know there's a lot of people out there on the internet saying stuff like that, but you can go check it out. You can do your research. You can Google it. You can go to our website, go to my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, check it all out, see exactly who I am and why I'm sharing this with you. So, if this is the kind of stuff that you're interested in, if you're interested in becoming an independent teacher, that's what we're all about. We're trying to help independent teachers grow and be able to make a living from their teaching. If that's what you want to do, then this is the place for you. So the link is under the video. You can go there, you can click it, and I hope to see you at our next coaching call or in our program. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.